This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. It is Tuesday, August 10th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. Thanks for joining us.
Well, it's back to school here in Nye County. Students return to the classroom today for a start of the new school year. News 25 stopped by J.G. Johnson Elementary School and Pahrump Valley High School to see how things are going.
We follow the 3 R's here at J.G. Johnson. Respect yourself, respect others, and respect property.
I'm looking forward to having kids back filling our halls to capacity and our classrooms. It was so fun to see all the parents and the students this morning, just a little bit ago, just anxiously awaiting and excited to be back at school. Masks are required for students, are recommended for students, For visitors, adults coming into our building, they are required, and we're recommending that the students wear masks. Again, we're not in the business of policing the mask, we're in the business of educating the students. So I met quite a few new faces coming in from Las Vegas. I've been here for like 3 weeks, and a lot of out-of-town people registering, so flocking to Pahrump. It's exciting.
So today is my first day as principal of Pahrump Valley High School, and it has been amazing. So prior to this, I was assistant principal for 2 years, and I was a teacher here for a number of years, and it feels like home to me. It has been an awesome day. So this morning, we were flooded with students. I don't think I've ever seen the school so packed, which also was true at open house, so I think that was kind of a testament as to how it was going to go. People are ready to come back to school, and it's exciting. We do not have an online-only version here at Pahrump Valley High School this year. We are all kids in chairs in classrooms, which is very exciting. We do have another option through Pathways, so students are able to go there if they only are interested in the virtual only. However, we're not offering that here. We are focusing on every student as success, and so I've been in the district for a really long time. It's easy to say those words. It's hard to actually work with those words, and with the staff that we have and the commitment we have, I have no doubt that that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to take a collective. We have to work together, parents, students, teachers, administration, and all of the support staff. But we have a lot of exciting things around the idea that we really believe in every student. We don't get to determine success, but together we get to figure it out. We don't know where people come from. We don't know their stories. We get to be a part of that story, and the story's always being written. So we don't define what success is, but we help students to elevate and get there. We're actually going to have an awards night for the students that excelled academically last year that we did not, because of the way that the COVID regs changed so quickly at the end. We were focused on graduation and getting that off the ground. So we are going to do an awards night on the 17th where we honor the kiddos that did an awesome job last year academically, and I think that'll be really positive to get us going.
And congratulations on the new appointment, Principal Veloz. And if you are out there in our public school system and want to get involved with KPVM, please give us a call right here at the station. And in other local news, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue is investigating what might have caused a house fire to break out on the south end of town Monday night.
Around 6 o'clock last evening, we were dispatched for a report of a structure fire. And this is down on the very south end of the valley in a small court in an area without hydrants. As crews arrived on location, they found an exterior fire running up an exterior wall surface. It also appeared that it migrated under the house, so crews commenced a quick defensive exterior attack, knocking down the main body of fire, moved to the inside of the house, accessed some wall space and some floor space and found that the fire was extinguished. There were no injuries. The fire is thought to be accidental in nature, and the damage was held to minimal. It was an occupied structure. It was a double-wide manufactured dwelling. There were exposures surrounding it, but all those were protected, so the fire did not extend.
And Fire Chief Scott Lewis also updates us about a female that was transported in grave condition last night to Desert View Hospital and subsequently airlifted to a trauma center in Las Vegas with a stab wound.
We were dispatched to level 1 staging for a report of a stabbing. As we were arriving on location, the sheriff's office moved us forward. We made contact with a patient who had sustained a stab wound to the neck. The patient's injuries warranted flight. We added Mercy Air 21 to our assignment. However, the patient's condition deteriorated that we bypassed the flight and went directly to Desert View Hospital. On the way, we were able to stabilize that patient and deliver that patient to the hospital in a relatively stabilized fashion, whereas then Mercy Air was called, and it's my understanding that the patient was subsequently flown to trauma.
This was an active scene because there was a suspect actually arrested at the time, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of sheriff's office activities on scene, and last I saw there appeared to be someone in care and custody.
All right. Do we know the condition of the patient at this time?
We have not heard further on the condition of the patient after we delivered the patient to Desert View Hospital.
And we are waiting on that condition update from the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
Yes. And don't grab that remote. When we return, we'll tell you what Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak said to fire back at Nye County Commission members. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak says he's disgusted with some comments made by Nye County Commissioner Donna Cox, and he took to Twitter to say there's no room for that type of hateful speech.
The Board of County Commissioners held a meeting last week to once again discuss the mask mandate. The agenda item was discussed and no action was taken. The state's mask mandate remains in place as Nye County's COVID-19 positive test results continue to soar. Nye County Commissioner Donna Cox spoke up at the end of the item, stating that she is termed out and she feels the need at this time to say what's on her mind, adding that she is still in a position where she can't fully express herself because she holds political office. She added that she believes the conspiracy theories that COVID and masks in general are part of a political and money-making plan. She even went as far as to add a racial statement about the governor's wife being Chinese and her family profiting off of masks.
I started out believing from day one that this was some kind of a political virus. Well, now I think it's turned into a monetary virus. A lot of people have spent a lot of money going into business to make masks, PPE equipment. Hospitals get $50,000 for every person that dies. So why would they not pump up their figures and call this COVID? I think this is all based on lies. I think I think there's an ulterior motive to this. I don't think it has anything to do with the government loving the people so much they want them to be vaccinated and save. No, it looks like the conspiracy theories that we've been fed about New World Order and Agenda 21 have come to life. And if I have no reason to stand up here and say what I say because I'm in my third and last term. I termed out. That was my last election, so I don't have to be worried about whether somebody's going to re-elect me or not that forces me to do something I don't want to do. So I am free, and I think there's a lot of money that a lot of people stand to lose money in this if they don't keep forcing this thing and forcing this thing and forcing this thing. It's never going to stop. Now I'm going to tell you all something about the governor, and I have a picture of the governor and his wife in order to prove this. The governor was a county commissioner in Clark County for quite a while before he got elected to this. So he ran for the governor's office and he won. Well, a few months after he won, he married his wife. Now, how long he'd known her, I have no idea, but she is Chinese. And you put two and two together, they actually said that her family in China own a company that's making a lot of money off of this issue. That she's here in the United States promoting and selling all these masks and emergency equipment and everything, and they're all being shipped over from China. So that's why I call it monetarial. Is there any better reason in the world to want to do a mask mandate than to have some? That's a direct conflict of interest. I think, you know, maybe he should step aside. He shouldn't even be involved in this, and I hope he's listening to this today.
Governor Sisolak issued a statement on Twitter without mentioning who the county official was who made the comment against First Lady Kathy Sisolak, calling them vile and blatantly racist. Commissioner Donna Cox said she hoped the governor was watching. The governor proposed to his wife when he was elected governor, and the pair had been dating for 5 years. They met at a gym while he was a Clark County commissioner. The First Lady, Kathy Sisolak, is a native of Ely, Nevada. The governor says that there is no room for this type of hateful speech from anyone, especially not from an elected official. The governor adds that Kathy and I, along with so many others, have worked hard to fight back against the anti-Asian racism brought on by misinformation regarding COVID-19, but comments like these only take us backward. The governor goes on to say they hurt our community, our state, and the ones we love. Now is the time we should be coming together to get us through what has been one of the hardest times for our state, not attacking one another, the statement continued. In closing, the governor said, I urge every Nevada Republican elected official and candidate to join me in calling out this bigotry.
Thanks to Brad Francis for that report. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies have responded to a two-vehicle crash that occurred this morning on Homestead and Mans Road. No injuries were reported at the time of the crash, and traffic was temporarily diverted around the scene.
And the Department of Veterans Services says they will be receiving more than $9 million in funding for capital improvement projects. The funds are earmarked for the state's veterans' homes and cemeteries. $6 million will be coming from the U.S. government and nearly $3 million from the state. About $4 million will go toward remodeling and upgrading the Southern Nevada State Veterans Home in Boulder City. Another $4 million will be used to develop in-ground and columbarium wall cremation interments at the Southern Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery, also in Boulder City.
And Nevada Health Response has issued a statement. The agency says that the State Board of Health will consider a vaccination requirement for students enrolled in the Nevada system of higher education institutions. They plan to discuss the issue of when proof of vaccination will be required at its September 3rd meeting. And News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the school year has already started for many students out there. But as the coronavirus Delta variant continues to spread, some parents might be worried about how that can impact their child. So we spoke with a pediatric infectious disease specialist from Cleveland Clinic Children's to find out more.
It does not appear so far that the Delta strain is causing more severe illness in children. We certainly need to keep a close watch on that to be sure that that's the case.
Dr. Camille Sabella says data on the Delta variant is still being collected, so it's hard to say how many children have been infected, especially since children don't always show symptoms, and when they do, they are typically mild. With that being said, parents need to make sure they are following all the same safety measures as before, like wearing a mask and social distancing. They should also get their child vaccinated if they are old enough. The same advice applies to parents. Dr. Sabella says your child could unknowingly contract COVID and risk getting you sick, so it's better to be protected.
The best way to keep this virus in check and really under control and not have it interfere with your everyday life, whether it's school, whether it's after school activities, whether it's summer camp, whether it's sports, the best way to prevent the chaos that comes with this virus is to vaccinate as much as we can.
Dr. Sabella says the vaccine can also help stop the virus from mutating, which is how the Delta variant came to be in the first place.
And thank you so much, Brad. Of course, we have some numbers in from Nye County as far as our COVID positive test results. And these are just our positive test results. These aren't the actual cases that are out there. You have to remember that. Not everybody goes and gets tested. So 88 positive test results since August 2nd. 87 of those right here in Pahrump and 1 in Gabbs. And they want you to know that there's going to be a vaccine clinic, and that will be tomorrow at the health nurse's office. That is at 1981 Calvada Boulevard, right there at the Nye County Health and Human Services office from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. It is free. They have the Pfizer, Moderna, and Janssen vaccines. You have to be 12 years old or older to get those vaccinations. And of course, if you want more information, give them a call, 775-751-6313. You can also go on to vaccinnevadadays.org. You can also go on nevadahealthresponse.nv.gov. That's nevadahealthresponse.nv.gov to get more information on vaccinations.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look now at our weather cam outside. That is the Nopa mountain range southwest of Pahrump, and we'll take a closer look at our forecast right after this break. Thank you.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Well, hello. Good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. It's a delight to see you on a Tuesday. Shall we look at this weather and critique it as we go along? Northern part of Nevada, you guys are all boring. Look at this. It's all upper 90s from Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, Tonopah, all the way down to Goldfield. Beatty looks like y'all are breaking a sweat today at 101 degree high mark. Amargosa impressed me. 107, yes, make it hurt. And Las Vegas is 105 degrees today. Death Valley, California, 117, making us all look like paupers, but here in the paradise of Pahrump. Let's take a look. 102. Wow, it feels like we won something. A high today of 103 degrees, so we're getting close to morning. It'll cool off. It'll be all right. 5:58 a.m. this morning, the sun rose with all its glory and promise, and it dives into the ocean tonight about 7:39 p.m. Be a beautiful sunset under some partly cloudy skies. Humidity kicking up to 31%. What does that say for tomorrow? Rain. Yeah, it's gonna rain. Sorry, not a whole lot, and here and there, or around. You might miss it. But it's going to be coming. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, clouds. Saturday, Sunday, clouds, but no rain is really anticipated till about Monday. And we'll enjoy temperatures in the low 100s throughout the week with winds moderate under 10 miles per hour for most of the week. So going to be a good week. Looking forward to it. Back to the desk. Here's Unette and Deanna.
All right, thanks so much, John.
Thanks, John. Your tie looks amazing.
Yes. Yes.
All right. You know what's so exciting is
What's going on?
the Miss Pahrump pageant.
That's this weekend, isn't it?
That is this weekend.
That's
and
right.
You know what? It's going to be at their home there in Saddle West. Everybody knows that we took a nap for a year. Can't say that without laughing.
We're getting started with all of our ceremonies and events that are favorites here in the community.
We did.
So we love that. And so congratulations to all of those who are participating, and good luck to the eventual winner of that pageant. And remember, stay hydrated this weekend if you're attending the pageant.
She's changing the subject before I was going to talk about the Miss Pahrump pageant a little bit. Lady.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Miss Pahrump pageant is this weekend. Before she starts on her hydration thing, I'm
Yes,
still going to
it's
go
hot.
into that we were spooning for the last year. So we were napping for a year, so we didn't have the Miss Pahrump pageant.
Right.
So Aliyah Bolton had to serve as Miss Pahrump for 2 years.
That's
this also
right.
happened with the Miss Senior Golden
That's
Years
right. A lot of
pageant.
pageants,
And
yeah.
so the ladies had to serve for 2 years
Yes, which
instead
is
of
an
1 year.
honor.
Yeah, and so she will be turning over her crown this weekend at the Saddle West, 5:30. You can buy tickets at the door. The show starts at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
It's at the Saddle West. It'll be so much fun. They have been practicing and getting ready for the show, and finally we get to go out. And these girls are amazing. You get to see how talented they are.
Yes.
I recommend that you go. But of course, we'll have all the latest on who got crowned and everything.
Of course, we'll have that video for you.
Exactly.
Maybe some of the talent portions if you stay tuned.
Okay, go into your spiel about staying hydrated.
Again, if you go to the pageant, please stay hydrated, or if you attend any other community events around town, the temperatures are increasingly getting hotter and hotter, as John pointed out. So drink water, check on your neighbors, stay indoors if possible.
All right. Take care of yourself.
Please.
Basically.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Deanna.
I'm Eunette.
Good night.
Good night.